180. 50. Here we go.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. He's got a first down past the 30. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Well, partner, Gurley came on the scene in 2015 NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year. It's been all systems go from game one.
And they talked about easing him into the lineup, and that's really what they did. But once they got him in, they couldn't get him out. They had to feed him the ball more and more, and it's because of these types of runs. He just breaks defenses down with his power and his physicality.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Back to throw, Goff. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Third and long. It's gone. And the pressure gets to him again. Jerry Tillery, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up fourth down. Chandler Catanzaro now. He hit from 59 a season ago. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. That opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
On first and 10, Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches. That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had the incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for third down. Operating from the gun, Herbert. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline as a play caller. You're filing that away right now. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Now Gordon on first down. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
On second down now, it's Gordon looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Looking to throw. Herbert able to get this to Gordon. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Delayed give, Goff to Gurley. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Getting the sense Charles are going to put big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Throwing to start the drive. Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. From the pistol, they run with Gordon. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Set, ready? 60 outlaw, pilot, 64, read. Check 4, 2.
From the gun on 3rd down, Herbert. And caught by Henry. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That goes in the category of a play that the defense is going to cherish and excites them. On completion, yes, you give up the pass, but no gain. I mean, that's exactly what you want on defense.
And sets up the 4th down. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. On first down, it's Gurley. Gurley's got the first down and then some. 30, past the 20. Touchdown, L.A. Todd Gurley, 61 yards. And the Rams have taken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Extra point up and good by Catanzaro, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points seeded.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
Mike 42, Mike 42. Bring it. Bring it. Check out. Go.
2nd and 15. And he's got the open man. It's Allen on the comebacker. 15 yards on the play, first down.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. Nice chunky yardage.
Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by David Long, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Allen, the intended receiver.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Now it's gone. And that's complete to Cooks. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Gurley with a carry on first down. He'll only get a couple. 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Javon Hargrave there on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll go down at the 28. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early? and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game. That's a lot to carry around.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Got his man, it's Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. And he comes back with one complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 19 yards away, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the 1st half.
Well,
there's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, where they want to let their return guy touch it.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1 minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It certainly is, and definitely not a time to think about kneeling and going into the half. This is a chance to attack a little bit, but not having to get everything in one shot either. 10 yards here, 15 there. Work the sidelines, work the clock, give yourself a chance for at least a field goal going into the half.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for gone. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So it can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was going right back to Cooper Kupp, but now it's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. Goff on first down. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. But it's going to be second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He gets it to Cooks. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess that in the locker room, they talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Looking to throw on second down. Herbert, and he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
This quarterback now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. First and 10. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
He's got it to Williams. Yeah, he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Give him 22 yards, and that's also where they snapped it from, the 22.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
We go.
A pair of first downs gives him a first and 10 up at the 44.
Watch the run. Check 50. Go team, spill. Yes, yes. Check 93.
From the gun, Herbert throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Set, ready, 8, read. Target 60 51, matchbox lights. 5.
They go back to Gordon here on first down. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That one a 14-yard play, and it keeps this drive moving.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On first down, Gordon. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
6-6, pull it high. He'll want it. Wide, get wide. Hey, wahoo.
Here's 2nd and 8. It's Williams on the catch. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 23 yards, the final tally. First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
Set, 18 Gator. Come on, D.
Back to throw. Herbert. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Looking to throw. Herbert. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
So they come away from this opening drive of the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them.
Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 80 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That really sets them back. A loss of 6.
A loss of 6 brings up 2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Goff now looking to throw. That'll be caught by Cup. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal. Gurley. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
And Catanzero's kick is right through. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super tough.
That throw into the arms of Allen. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Go!
Back to throw. Herbert. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by David Long.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. From the gun, here's Goff. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
They run. It's Gurley. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't it?
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 3rd down, but they are in field goal range already. Back to throw. And Allen's got it.
They picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. taking it in from 11 yards out. And his guys are going to retake the lead.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
A score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now it's
a crusher there as it's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Hey, Team 6.
That one looks like he'll throw here. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Go! Protein spill! 4-2, Mike 4-2. Let's go!
Looking to throw. Herbert caught by Allen. The 30. The 20. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Trevor Williams with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but and he will try, but he can't. He can't escape the end zone. Gordon is taken down, and it's a safety. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys.
Stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lap. Whole squad all dressed in all black. Every single last one of them got my back. 20 of us, that's 20 goons. And ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check.